Glancing at the players on these rosters, Doris, we see some elite guards on both teams.
Absolutely, Kevin. And the nice thing is these guards are both playmakers and scorers, and the teams rely heavily on their productivity.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Here's Reeves. Pass to Edwards. On the wing, Reeves. It's stolen by SGA. Washington trying to break free. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Well, that's SGA in a nutshell right there. Quickness, length, guile, finishing on the interior.
Pass to Edwards. Back to Reeves. Outside Edwards. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And now just over a minute played here in the first. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Pulls it from 20, and he hits the jumper for 2.
Boy, that one was not easy. Every once in a while, you just make a tough shot.
And, Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the 92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive.
How about Anthony Edwards, the bounce? Go ahead, Ant.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Moments ago, Tyronn Lue and I were able to chat. Immediately, Anthony Edwards came up in our conversation, and Coach kind of chuckled and said, well, I don't know if anyone on the planet can slow this kid down. He's on his way to becoming one of the best in the league, if he's not there already. Looks like they're going to roll the dice on one of the league's most talented players. Back to you guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Just 3 to shoot. Here's the 3. Pass to Reeves. Now here's Edwards. There's the 3. Edwards with another miss.
Listen, let's not put it lightly. This guy has really struggled here.
Kicks it out to Johnson. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards.
And what a shot right there by Johnson, wasting no time in letting that one go.
Here's Ware. The rebound by Turner.
Boy, he was anticipating a little bit more defensive pressure, and that's one you think he's going to make.
Reeves outside. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be his second foul of the game. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, pass to Turner, and it's Turner finishing it off.
Wow, Miles Turner showing a bit of physicality and getting his teammates fired up with the hoop and the arm. All right.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Of course, what about Miles Turner? He views himself as more than just an athlete.
I think he views himself as a renaissance. Very much into style and fashion. He considers himself an artist. If you've ever seen any of his creations, they are mind-boggling. Miles Turner has a ton of interests.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Just 1 point separating the teams. To the middle. Outside for SGA. Back to Ware. Shot clock at 6. Power down with both hands.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Reeves outside. outside Edwards. To the inside. Here's Turner. Off target at the rim.
This guy's such a talented finisher, but the D does just enough.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Boy, nice rise and fire from Lou Dort.
Pass to Johnson. Now Edwards. Outside Green. From outside the arc. And Ware pulls it down. 34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And too long on the shot. Over in the corner, Edwards. Dort grabs the miss.
Boy, this has not been his night. The effort's certainly there, but he looks disjointed.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
I tell you, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander getting it done inside. So crafty with his footwork and ability to get shots.
Here's Edwards. And again, unable to change momentum here. And that concludes the first quarter of play. They're up by 6. The second quarter coming up.
The visiting team, 10.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Inside, Murray. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Nick Claxton.
A load to deal with inside. The strength of Murray makes him a tough cover.
So Greg, talking about Jeremiah Fears for a second here. Both he and his brother, Jeremy Jr., play college basketball at the same time during the 24-25 season.
Clearly, this sport runs in their family. Jeremiah's fearlessness and competitive spirit have made him an enticing prospect, and I'm sure he attests he owes that, at least partially, to Jeremy.
And now, Hallie Lepore says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks. Keegan Murray wants to excel at both ends, and he said, quote, "My defense wasn't where it needed to be, so I got a little faster, a little stronger, tried to figure out how to be physical defensively and be effective. Them trusting me to guard helps the other guys so they can focus more on offense." Back over to you, Kevin.
All right, Hallie, thanks a lot. And it's Carter missing.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And we've heard some coaches complaining about players getting away with traveling. Is that something, Greg, the league needs to clean up?
Well, it's inevitable that a few of those calls are going to be missed. But listen, you'd rather have that than officials whistling travels that didn't happen.
Boy, the more you watch Shai Gilgeous-Alexander play, the more he shows you the aspects of his game just getting better and better and better.
Back to Carter. And Murray now top of the key. Outside Edwards. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander really making a difference here.
Boy, much needed timeout. This guy scoring at will, and they've had no answer.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Gilgeous-Alexander attacking inside. And slam dunk by SGA.
There's so many ways Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can create for this offense. He's becoming one of the top scorers in the game.
Pass to Carter. Back to Reeves. Good defense by Claxton.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Down low. Second chance shot. Outside for SGA. Back to Claxton. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Pass to Green. And here is Butler. On the wing, Green. Still without a basket. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
Boy, you see Carter Jr. use every bit of that 7'5" wingspan. Boy, it is tough to guard around the rim. Look out.
And a wide open look for SGA. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Back to Reeves. Carter with the screen. Back to Reeves. Butler in the corner. His 3-pointers off the mark. SGA with the ball. Defended by Reeves.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
Pass to Carter.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
To the paint. It's hauled in by Claxton.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
What focus by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, guys love to score, but the differentiator is, can you do it at an efficient clip? And right now, that's what's happening.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Here's Fears. No scoring in this one. Out to Edwards. Down low. Here's Turner. It's blocked. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. .122 left to play here in the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Butler covering. Pass to Ware. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Ware's got his second basket. Left side, Turner. A 3-ball. A rebound by Washington.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. Pass to Fears. To end the drought. And slam dunk by Fears.
You see the athleticism on plays like this. Fears really gets up for a guard.
And the foul on Miles Turner. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
.30 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to DiVincenzo. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, here's George. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the 3 off target. Outside Butler. It's Turner, high post. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Up 8. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Now Reeves. Scoreless thus far. The shot by Turner, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Pass to Edwards. Driving, it's Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Oh my goodness, what a finish by Ant. No mercy on that one.
You know, DB, recently we've seen Anthony Edwards reach new heights as a three-point shooter.
Anthony Edwards has now embraced the complete analytics of the game. He is a high-volume three-point shooter, and he's still a terror en route to the cup.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
So they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
To the middle. Here's Dort.
Wow, Dort showing off that incredible strength as he takes it right to the rack for a slam.
And there's the call on Lou Dort. That is his first foul of the game. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Reeves outside. Floats one. No good on the layup.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboards.
Back to SGA. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. And taken away by Johnson. Edwards flies in to cap off the break. What hustle!
Boy, Anthony Edwards out in transition, knows his teammates made a defensive play, and wisely leaks out.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what, Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Number 15.
Outside Edwards. 6 to shoot. Takes it inside. And here's Reeves outside. And they're pushing it up. Edwards with the block.
Wow, great defensive play by Anthony Edwards, engaged on that end of the floor right now.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his third foul of the game. And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Reeves into the lane. Driving the lane. It's good. Butler's got his first points of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to DiVincenzo. And it's A.J. Green with the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Ware. 6 points for him. SGA double team. Down to 5 on the shot clock. On the high post, he drills it. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 20.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that three-level scoring ability, that time working the mid-range.
Outside Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Here's Washington to the inside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Trains it from 17 feet out. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 this quarter.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Reeves outside. Trying to get open is Murray. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, you never want to foul Reeves in the act. A very good free throw shooter.
Second free throw, no good. Well, what you get with P.J. Washington, we've seen it, Doris, an all-around game.
Kevin, he's cross-positional. He can make shots in big moments. He can absorb a huge defensive assignment, and the man loves to compete. Boy, Turner's such a strong rim protector. This guy has such a big-time impact on that end.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And such a valuable guy to this team's rotation, Doris. Nick Claxton is important.
You know, Kev, I'll tell you one thing. This guy brings a ton of energy. He's willing to battle for loose balls, for rebounds. On the defensive end, you know he can make an impact. There's incredible length. And I still think the ceiling that he can get to.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Outside Edwards. Driving to the basket. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
We know this about DiVincenzo, guys. He's not just a scorer. He loves to get his teammates involved.
On the wing, Reeves. And now it's Allen. Running. He can go all the way. Sinks the three-pointer. Dort got 8 points. Reeves outside. Here's DiVincenzo. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct. Just fanning the flank.
One thing I enjoy is watching.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. He said, this is who we are. This is the pace. Don't let up. He said it doesn't matter if they go on a run. What matters is how we respond. They plan to respond with a fury, guys.
Thank you once again, Allie. Now, here's SGA. Has to Ware. Launches it. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Took him no time at all on that one. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 25 points in the game. On the wing, Turner. Back to Edwards. Turner with the screen. Edwards drives in. Misses from short range. And here's the fast break. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Doris, in any discussion about Lou Dort, the first topic has got to be his defense.
Kevin, I'm going to be honest. I don't think we talk about him consistently enough as a player who should and could win Defensive Player of the Year. If you are a perimeter shooter or a perimeter scorer, the last guy you want looking opposite you is Lou Dort.
Over in the corner, Green. Here's Turner. And it slams in by Turner.
And this is why Miles Turner is such a high percentage scorer. You combine length, athleticism, and basketball skills. Good luck with that defense.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. The visitors on defense. 15-point game. Dort wide open. Sinks the triple. Dort got 10 points here in the second half. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Deep, SGA. Good on the triple. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 points in the quarter.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Edwards. The wing jumper off target.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Back to DiVincenzo. Offline with his 3.
Let's say he has not been at his best, but they're winning, and that's all that matters.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, nice job finishing that with the hammer. I love seeing Reeves go up aggressively.
And an intentional foul right there. And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus.
The ball goes to the away team.
Reeves outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Reeves welcomes the contact on his way up, especially when he's that close to the basket.
So he comes up empty, missing both. LDB, something that never seems to go away during the season is chatter about trades.
And Kevin, what makes this so interesting is that very often fans of this league are as interested in trades, who's coming and going, as they are in the results of their team. It's a little intrigue that everybody wants a piece of.
It's stolen by Edwards. SGA with the steal. Pass to Washington. Here's SGA. Inside. And then Washington with the dunk.
PJ Washington is unafraid to mix it up on the interior, and that dunk, that was emphatic.
Back to Reeves. Now Turner. Reeves left side. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Edwards. Beyond the arc. It doesn't go for him.
This is what you call trying to shoot your way out of a slump, and I'm not sure that's the best approach right now.
And the dunk by SGA.
Boy, the length of SGA. Get off your feet, young fella.
And here is DiVincenzo.
It'll be a turnover. Away team ball.
There's 1:38 left here in the fourth quarter. Edwards inside. Ador is for a GM trying to build a championship-level roster. What's one thing that can really help?
I think the way the salary cap is constructed, maybe the single most important thing you can do as a GM is draft well. You have to be able to find players who can contribute right away. And talent evaluation is not an exact science. The ones who do it well and don't miss on those big-time picks, that is a huge deal.
Pass to SGA. It's Dort on the wing. Five to shoot. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Johnson over the hill. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Out to Turner. Can they get it? A putback. And there's Reeves putting it right back in.
And when you go up against Reeves, you know he's going to fight and scrap for everything he can get.
Down low. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. So the home crowd happy here as they get the